So we got to start off the day by saying I have a little story. But about what happened yesterday. So I took the weekend off. I didn't do anything car related. All I did was ride my bike, enjoy my weekend, and you know, hang out with the wife. That's all I did. We watched the McGregor fight, whatever. Yesterday, I decided to go up to ARVADA, and ARVADA's roughly about an hour and something from my house or so. I decided to go ahead and drive the GMW. Now, I am not afraid to drive the GMW far whatsoever, but what happened yesterday was a little nerve-wracking. So I had this like feeling, this little intuition like, hey, you probably should take your tools with you today. You don't know what's gonna happen. You should, I don't know why I was just feeling this way. I just decided to take the tools with me. Driving to ARVADA. Speed limit on the way to ARVADA is like 70 miles an hour. Usually I go a little faster. So I was going 75. All of a sudden, insane vibration in this car. Insane vibration. Now, me being the person that I am, I had an idea of what it was. So I'm like, most likely something's unbalanced. Either wheels are unbalanced, something's loose, because it still has the welded diff in here or whatever. So I decided to pull over. I checked the wheels out. Tightened up the wheels just to make sure the wheels weren't even loose, but you know, threw my wrench on there, tightened them up just to make sure. Get back on the road driving, and it's even worse. So what I do is I decide to just creep the car 40 miles an hour, say a quick prayer in my head, make sure we get there. But I creep the car all the way to ARVADA. I call my buddy Oscar and like, hey, do you have a jack with you? Because I need to get under this car. Something's up with either the drive shaft or something's going on. Drive shaft, axles, I don't know, but I need to get under the car. And if you could bring the jack with you, that would be awesome. Long story short, his brother brings the jack, and we end up riding first. Don't look at things when you're stressed about them. You look at them once you're nice and calm. So we go and ride, we do whatever. We have a great time riding our bikes. So I decide before it gets dark, let's get under this car, let's check it out. I end up checking out, like jacked up the car. I end up checking it out, and what it ends up being was all 4 bolts on my drive shaft worked their way loose. Literally, they're all finger tight. All of them, all were finger tight. You know, that intuition came in handy where I had my tools with me. I also have really good friends, so they all had, you know, Oscar's brother brought the jack, and then everybody is just kind of keeping me company while I'm in the middle of this parking lot at a skate park fixing the drive shaft of the GMW. Now, I say all of that to say definitely double check everything, especially on a welded diff car, or if you're doing spirited driving on a regular basis. This car, I had not taken the diff out or the drive shaft or even checked it in over a year. After tightening up everything last night, I ended up driving the car home, and today I jacked up the car, I got under there, I took all the bolts out, and we put the red Loctite on all the bolts, tightened them up really, really tight, and yeah, just triple checked everything in the rear end, because this car does get beat on quite a bit, and I wanted to make sure that wouldn't happen again. All right, so now that the car is all fixed and everything, we're gonna take the car. I'm actually going to go ride my bike right now, and yeah, and then not really worry about the car no more. We got a lot going on. Other than that, I've been putting tons and tons of miles on the GMW. We've had a streak of nice warm weather, so I've been driving it. I haven't really drove the GTO one. Hold on, let me turn off that heat. One is because we're just trying to work on this tune, so I'm waiting for another tune to come back from my tuner. So I had some comments from a few people about the car being tuned, and some of you guys think the car was tuned in AFR, and it was not. It was tuned in Lambada, and all of that, hold on. Pretty much you just reference the AFR to make sure all the fueling maps are correct. So I'll give you a little knowledge. You tune the car in Lambada. Usually target AFR is like, well, a really safe target AFR is 11.5 to like 11.1, in that range. It will be a really safe stock bottom end AFR range. So currently I'm gonna go ride my bike a little bit. It's the best stress reliever, especially for me. Yeah. So I slowly been trying to develop myself to where I can work on multiple race car builds, not just my own. Of course my own are priority, but I want to get into building these really, really cool cars. So you know, obviously I'm experimenting with my own stuff and getting everything dialed, and but eventually I would like to just branch into doing everything myself, which would be sick. So my homie Devontae just got a new car, which I'm really, really excited about because it's something I actually want to really work on. It is a 1JZ 240SX. I believe it has a, I'd like to say it's like the 154 transmission out of a Supra. It's borderline a Nissan with the Supra hard in it, and it's real clean. So I hope he's gonna. He hit me up the other day. I hope he's gonna let me work on it. I'm working hard to establish a bunch of relationships so I could get some of these cars and I could showcase what I could do, and you know, I can bring more content to the channel. I love my LS cars, but I'm not only partial to LS stuff. Like, in all honesty, if I had a lot of money, I would get a 2J car for sure. 2JZ car would be dope. Even a, you know, a RB25, 26, one of those cars would be real cool. I think the Honda K-Series stuff is really, really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff out there that I want to work on, but so far, honestly, for the money, the LS stuff kind of takes the cake, and I love V8s. But I am not partial to only V8 cars. I've been really trying to learn this tuning stuff. I've been doing a lot of reading on it, and the reading is pretty dope. Like, I'm learning quite a bit, especially from, you know, sending my tune files and kind of studying all the logs that I've been going back and forth on the GTO with. So learning that stuff is really cool. So I can't wait until I'm to a point where I could tune myself. Obviously, you won't really learn until you get your hands dirty. So I plan on learning on this BMW. So you know, I'm gonna be doing a whole lot more reading. Hopefully you guys will be seeing some videos of me doing some tuning stuff on the BMW here, and seeing if we could get some really cool results. We rolled up on a Subi. I can see him looking in the mirror at me. He might smoke me because in Colorado the Subarus are full force. They're a whole gang. They're like if you drive a Subi in Colorado, it's like you're a part of the Crips or something. Like that's how many Subarus are in Colorado. Yeah, he wants to play. Now he's telling me. I knew he wanted to play. Hey, that thing's clean. Yeah, they were trying to play, but we're in the drift car. Like, it's not even fast. It's so funny. A little too busy to mess with them, and it's funny. I think they're nervous, to be honest. Usually when I drive the Beamer, I don't really get anybody to mess with me, so that was pretty funny. Like, they're trying to bait me, but in traffic, so they weren't really for real about it. They were, you know, kind of just, the homie was just showing off for his buddy in the passenger seat. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Them Subarus, like, it's Subi gang out here is super strong. You go to the meet, it's like 900 Subarus. Now, if the roads were clear, like if there was no traffic around or nothing, yeah, I would have definitely tried. I don't care if I lose. Like, I mean, whatever. Like, I really don't care. You guys know the hardest thing in the world is to post me driving bad at the track for you guys to see. So what do I care if I lose? I mean, it is what it is.
This Make up your mind, baby, cause the time is here. Yeah.